Okay, now what we're going to do is convert the other direction. We're going to convert um, from rectangular into polar. And so now the equations you're going to need are these. Um, Mostly you're going to need to know the r value, which to get r you just square root the x squared plus y squared. And you're going to need to get the theta value, which you'll know a point. So you'll know the x coordinate, you'll know the y coordinate, and then you can use tangent to find theta. So we're going to practice those. Okay, so let's start with 3, 3. So in rectangular coordinates, 3, 3 would be right here. We need the r and we need theta. So r is equal to the square root of 3 squared plus 3 squared. And if you want to think of it, I mean, basically we're doing Pythagorean theorem because it's 3 over and 3 up, and we're trying to find the hypotenuse, which is r. So that would be 9 plus 9, which is 18. So the square root of 18, we could reduce to 3 root 2. So that's our r value. And then now we need theta. Well, we have our opposite and we have adjacent. So we can use tangent. Tangent theta would equal 3 over 3. So we would take the inverse tangent and we would get 45 degrees. Or we could say pi over 4. So our polar coordinates would be r comma theta. So 3 root 2 comma 45 degrees, or if you wanted to write it in radians, you could. Some of them are going to be really easy, especially if you graph them out first. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, negative 6, 0. Well, if we're going to put that into polar, all we need is the radius and the theta. So if I'm saying that the angle is pi, I'm moving toward pi 6. It would be like out 6 rings, you know, if I were to make these into rings, etc. So I could say 6 comma pi. Or I could, I could choose a different angle, like maybe I'm choosing 0 as my angle and I'm moving 6 away from it, and it would still be negative 6, 0. That would still be the radius, and that would be the angle, which ends up looking just like the rectangular version. The last one, okay, negative 5, 2. Okay, again, to get the radius, I'm going to basically do Pythagorean theorem. I'm going to take the square root of negative 5 squared plus 2 squared. And I'll get 25 plus 4, so the square root of 29. And then to get the angle, I could do tangent of theta equals opposite over adjacent, and then do inverse tangent of opposite over adjacent, and type that in and get the angle. And now when I do that, it's giving me this angle right here, but what I really want is that angle. So remember, I'm going to take whatever I get here and subtract it from 180, and that will be the angle I'll use. So my polar coordinates would be r, which is square root of 29, and then whatever angle I got will go there. So that's pretty much all you're doing on your homework is going back and forth, like converting from rectangular to polar, or converting from polar to rectangular, or just graphing in general. Okay, so now go ahead and work on your homework and have a good weekend.